I want to lighten it up a little bit. We checked in on how we're doing. We talked about some serious stuff, but as Black women do, I would love for us to give some Black women flowers. So, who you got to give your flowers to this week?
I want to give my flowers to the ladies of Sisters with Voices, Coco, Taj, and Lily, who've been holding it down since I was in middle school. Every Black girl wanted to be them and sing like them. I can't. I can do like a good talk sing, but they on tour right now, holding it down, and I love y'all.
What about you, Ashley?
So mine is a little heavier, but it is Tamiko Nash, who is the wife of Terrell Davis. And I'm not sure if you heard the story, but recently Terrell Davis was arrested on a cart for a false accusation of assault. And she is his wife. They have a beautiful Black family. And as she was watching her young children watch their father be unjustly escorted off the plane, she said, "Wait a minute." And it just made me think about us, think about the role Black women play in families, in our communities, as interveners, as intercessors. And I want to give a shout out to that whole family, but for Tamiko for holding it down and de-escalating the situation and making sure her husband was taken care of as well as her kids.
I love that. Shout out to Black women. I want to give my flowers to, so I saw Hell's Kitchen recently on Broadway. I actually was there for the 100th performance, and it was such a beautiful night. Shout out to Alicia Keys. That was phenomenal storytelling. In particular, Keisha Lewis, who won a Tony Award for supporting actress. She tore it down. I was in tears in her performance. It was just so beautiful, and it was this mothering while she was going through her own struggle, but her voice, that range, just the presence when she walked on stage. Oof, I'm getting chills thinking about it. So shout out to you, sis, and Alicia Keys and the whole ensemble of Hell's Kitchen, but Keisha, sis, whatever. I'm coming to see the show again, and I will see whatever you were in.
We talk about everything in between. But we like to give people our flowers. Give them while they are here to enjoy them. So I'll start. The Olympics started on my birthday. Leo baby, July 26th. That ow is a Joelle shout out. I got that from her. Ow. And I want to give a shout out flowers to Coco Gauff, Simone Biles, so many others that names I'm omitting. The women's basketball team, all the women athletes, particularly the Black women athletes. Women's sports is having its moment in America. So I can't wait for them to excel and bring back so many gold medals.
I want to give flowers to my mom, of course. Like, I have to continually give her credit because, again, the woman has just amazing. I always like to honor every Black woman educator that I continually learn from. I bring up the names of like Feminista Jones, Dr. Taylor a lot, Dr. Jen Jackson, Erica Hart, Bria Baker, like so many people that I wish I could all have like constantly with me, because those are people who are, some of them are mutuals, they're people who I learn from, they're people who will say, hey, like I really don't like this, or will say, hey, like you're not doing this in the mindset that you are saying you want to do it in, and I really think that's so important. So I give them all of their flowers all the time because those are some bad biddies.
I'm gonna give my flowers to Joteka and all of the women with Win With Black Women who organized that call and had us having a church service for almost 5 hours last Friday. Was it Sunday
Don't matter.
night? It don't matter, whatever day it was.
Those are the vibes can carry you through the year.
Oh,
It's not a real church
absolutely.
show, it's not 5 hours.
Oh, exactly. and people sang, and Jennifer Lewis sang to us. You know, it was so beautiful. So
Yeah.
my flowers are to them.
That's beautiful.
I just want to give my flowers to Rachel Scott of ABC News, who was holding it down, in my opinion, at the NABJ convention and started with asking, you know, the orange man a question that he didn't like and proving her point in the question immediately. So I really appreciate her for doing that. So shout out to Rachel.
I want to give my flowers to, I'm going to keep the Olympic theme going, Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
Okay, so I played basketball growing up, come from a basketball family. women's basketball, I know everyone's like it's at its peak right now, but I kind of feel like it was at its peak when I was young, and Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Spoobs and Dawn Staley. And just it's another reminder of like your story is never over. The way she has shown up as a coach for South Carolina, leading our women's basketball team. She's inspiring. She does it in her greatest fits.
Yes. I'd be laced down to the
in her
sequence.
little two-step, you know.
Yes.
I love her energy, and she's been someone I've admired ever since I was a child, and so I'm glad that she is literally getting her flowers, getting her rings, and getting them checks too.
That part.
I want to give my flowers to Sha'Carri Richardson because she is up next, and you know the track and field is hitting this weekend. And I really am excited to see how she does. That's somebody else who is coming back from a setback.
Yes.
In the same way Simone did. And I am so proud of her, the way she was able to come back and just, she is such a literal, like her and Simone both blow my mind with their abilities. And I can't even imagine the pressure of having such, like, possessing such power like that, and then having to figure out how to move within this world and get the respect and like, you know, just tame it. So I think I love her flair. I love her style. I wish her Vogue cover was print so I could have had it in my coffee table. But I cannot wait to see her hopefully win America some more gold.
Well,
Yes.
believe it or not, it's already back to school. So I want to give my flowers to one of my old teachers. My kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Wilt. Mrs. Wilt was the personification of grace, compassion. You ever just meet someone that's like, you just feel their purity, like just pure of heart. And she really, out of all the teachers I have had in life, like I've always felt like people don't see me, but there was something about, and I've been reflecting on this more as I'm an adult, there was something about the way Miss Wilt looked at me, the way Miss Wilt spoke to me, and the way Miss Wilt talked to my parents about me that knew that I was special and that I wasn't gonna be like the other ones, and that was okay, and we were gonna create space for, you know, that like I just was a little different, and different is good. So
Yeah.
thanks, Miss Wilt.
I'm gonna give it to my mom,
Oh.
Mrs. Yvette Outlaw. You know, I'm very independent and I don't ask permission for anything, and I always like to march to the beat of my own drum, but she's been helping me with my receipt with the receipts thing, being my little research assistant. And
assistant.
yeah, I mean, you know, unpaid, it's all volunteer, but you know, she's like, I'm just worried about you because you know you're doing so much, but I appreciate that that she knows I'm passionate about certain things, and so she has taken it upon herself, as busy as she is, to help me. And so, I mean, that's not the only reason why she deserves her flowers, but just specifically, I would say for this week, I'm
Yes.
gonna give her flowers for really just always being an amazing mom, but for taking something off my plate but still allowing me to do what I love to do.
Leave it to a mama to pull the receipts.
Yes.
Oh, baby, I love that. I'm gonna give my flowers to Simone Manuel and Shelly Ann Frazier and all of the women in the Olympics who didn't get to where I think they wanted to, you know, and I honestly think that that's an amazing story. You know, Shelly Ann Frazier ended up having to drop out because of an injury. There were a number of runners from Jamaica that had to drop out. Simone Manuel didn't qualify, but y'all are still Olympians, and y'all are winners in my heart.
Enjoying Wait a Minute? Well, drop some comments in the comment section. And if you want more of Wait a Minute, don't forget to subscribe.